Well, I guess in the beginning, my desire to pursue architecture was probably born out of my work experience in Year 10. I did work experience at Rothy Loman in South Melbourne, and from there I went to a series of open days and probably preferred RMIT, to be honest, in my application process. But I'm probably glad that I got Monash in the end. It's a smaller school, better sense of community, I think, and well, not that I can really judge RMIT because I haven't been there, but yeah, I think the place that I've ended up is probably better than where I would have ended up, and it was just a good choice of fate. I live on campus at Clayton. I live in Briggs Hall. I find it pretty convenient. Even though I am living at Clayton, it's relatively close and it only usually takes around 20 minutes to get to and from, and it's sort of good because I've got my own space and I'm able to knuckle down and focus when need be, and then also be out and be communal when I don't necessarily need to be working. I'm currently in Space Forgets You studio with Oliver, and I'm in 3rd year. Basically looking at native revegetation, essentially providing a link between the campus and the train station in the process of achieving that. My project itself is looking at using invasive species, common myna from India, as a catalyst to help revegetate sites and eventually reintroduce native fauna as well. And the whole strategy is going to become sort of like an urban planning scheme that can be implemented in numerous sites around the city, as sort of like a temporal project that moves about according to where revegetation is necessarily needed. My final proposal, as I sort of mentioned, is going to be a temporal project. In terms of visualising it in a physical sense, it's probably leaning towards something with a tensile component that can be easily put up and taken down. But at this stage, formally, I'm basing my designs around traditional Egyptian pigeon towers. So, I guess giving it a contemporary spin to something that dates back hundreds of years, and I guess preserving that functionality of the tower in terms of collecting food for fertiliser, and also, well, not necessarily preserving the harvesting of birds, but using the fertiliser to reinvigorate the surface of the ground. Yeah, overall, as I sort of touched on before, it's probably been a good one in terms of networking in community. You get to really know the people that you work with, and even though you may not share a studio with them, you do have the connections between many members of the cohort at least. And I think the tutors have also been really good in also preserving those connections as well, even after your studios have finished and you've moved or progressed in the course. Yeah, I'd probably suggest you get familiar with what you're getting yourself into. I'd say it's like anything. If you are willing to put 100% effort into what you're doing, you're going to be successful in what you do, I guess. But to be honest, it's a big workload and it's a big undertaking, but super rewarding, I think, at the end. Not only on the development of yourself as someone who may or may not aspire to do architecture, but also the development of connections, as I was talking about before.